Hey guys. Here, let me get the TV turned off. If you don't know, I'm in New York. I had an interview I had to come do. Can't really talk about it yet until it airs. So, don't ask me about that. But I did want to get on here a little bit. I've been, of course, had time going over some of the posts that I've seen about CPS these last couple days, medical kidnapping. I'm glad that the news is starting to pick them up. The thing is, guys, we need more parents stepping forward saying, you don't have the rights to take my kids. Okay? We need to stop allowing them to do that. Okay? I just posted another video with her mom. Okay, they're on 50 days of the open case, and they're supposed to close it by 60 days. And because mom isn't agreeing to let the caseworker, and since when do caseworkers take urine tests? I've never heard of that. Since when does a caseworker do urine tests? Never heard of that. Anybody heard of that? Because as far as I know, they have to bring people out to do the services. And in that video, the caseworker is wanting to do the urine test. I wouldn't trust a caseworker to do anything. That's a conflict of interest, number one. And I wouldn't trust anything that they did. Hey guys, Carla, Christy, Linda, it's great to see you guys. I also posted a picture last night of a man that I pulled out of the streets last night. I was walking, trying to find some place to eat that wasn't real expensive. And I was walking behind this man. And of course everybody's going around him because he smells. And I noticed that he was wobbly, so I kind of stayed behind him just to make sure he was okay. Next thing I know, he falls right straight in the street, right in the middle of the street. And these people that drive out here is crazy. They were just zipping around him and zipping around, almost hitting the dumpster trying to get around him. And so I run over there. I can't lift him by myself. And I'm trying to drag him out of the street. And I'm begging grown men on the sidewalk to help me get him out of the street, at least so he doesn't get run over. And they're like, oh, he's just drunk. He'll be fine. I'm like, can you at least please help me get him out of the street? It took another lady my size, and we still struggled to get this man out of the street. He was passed out. But I didn't smell alcohol on him. And so she called 911, and they basically told her if he's breathing and he's fine, they will come by and check on him when they can, just to leave him there. And I was like, what do you mean? Well, he started looking around a little bit, and he's like, I'm fine, I'm just homeless. But he fell, he passed out. Something's wrong with him. So I was just, couldn't believe that nobody wanted to help him. The ambulance didn't want to come see him. And so they said just to leave him there, and he said he was fine. I just cried all the way to my hotel. I haven't left my hotel since. I can't stand to see that. It was crazy. That's it. And I'm not going out. I'll eat when I get home. But I'm not going to venture out anymore. But what I want to talk about is CPS, guys. I'm seeing more and more where they're getting pretty brazen about taking kiddos. I'm going to get my glasses so I can see better here, so I can see the comments. Let me think where I put my glasses. I think I put them on the dresser. Hold on. But they're getting pretty brazen. Showing up at the hospitals and taking these kiddos. Where did I put my glasses? Oh, there they are, right next to me. I'm watching more and more. They're demanding you take their services. Since when are they experts on services? And just because somebody falsely accused somebody of something doesn't mean that they should have to be made to take services. What gives them that requirement? And that's what we need to be asking. Why do they want these parents to take services? Because it's money. If you don't, and in the video that I posted, you hear her say, if you don't do my services, I'm going to call legal and have them take your child away from you. Yet the child is in no danger. No danger whatsoever. Okay? None. But yet she's threatening to call legal to have her kid taken from her. And then she asks her, so the police are going to come take my kid away. She goes, no, The police aren't going to take your kid. I'm going to take your kid. If I was that mom, I don't know what happened at the end of that video, but they wouldn't be taking my kid. Okay, I'd be all over the news. Okay, that's just plain and simple. This thing of them coming and taking and threatening you and bullying you and you do this or else, since when is blackmail legal? I'd like to know that. Is more money absolutely for babies? It's just incredible, guys. I don't understand. The more and more and more, I mean, even as an advocate, I just sit there and scratch my head. What are they thinking? What are they doing? I'm going to turn this light out. I don't think we need it, and it's, no, reflection. Oh, so the reflection is on the, okay. So my question, guys, is what can we do to make the world aware actually what's going on with CPS and what their goals are in taking our children? I am just astounded by how many people have no clue what CPS does. While I was here in New York, I talked to several people just to see if they knew. And I talked to the taxi guy, and I talk all the time, okay? And people are like, I had no idea CPS could do that. And I said, well, if you don't know, your rights, they're just going to come in and walk all over you, okay? They literally are just going to come in and walk all over you. I agree, Randy, I think a lot of people are just going to start having midwives. But then they're going to put regulations on midwives about having to report who they help give birth and stuff. I have parents that don't even register them with Social Security numbers, their children, to keep them out of the system. Because our world is getting to where the government thinks that they can do whatever they want. And that couple that was on the news the other night, I also shared that video where they took the baby in because he was sick. He has a heart murmur. Now, I was born with a heart murmur, okay? And they took this baby in because he had flu-like symptoms, okay, to one hospital. And this doctor at this hospital wanted to give this poor little 5-month-old baby heart surgery, okay, and demanded the parents immediately have him go in for heart surgery. Yet he went in for flu-like symptoms, okay? The mom just wanted a second opinion, and the way they were treating them, they decided to immediately take the child to a different hospital to get a second opinion, okay? That's legal. One, it's legal. And this hospital that demanded to have surgery reported them to CPS, and they showed up at the other hospital and took custody of the child. Now that's just wicked, plain and simple wickedness. And they say that it's in the best interest of the child, but yet the other doctor at the other hospital said, no, this baby doesn't need heart surgery. The parents did exactly what they should have, but yet CPS still came in and took their child. How is that legal? How is that even right? And I'm sick and tired of hearing this over and over and over again, medical kidnapping, and I'm glad that they were able to get this to the public's eye, but we need more and more of that, guys. We need more and more people picking up these stories. We need parents to come forward and say, enough, enough. If CPS shows up at your door, you immediately start recording. Everybody start recording. Everybody. I'm talking, you see them across the street at your neighbor's house, you run over there and you start recording. This blackmailing, you do this or you don't get to see your kids, you do this or we're going to take your kids. Seriously? That's blackmail. Since when is that legal? There's no danger to my kid, but if I don't sign the safety plan, you're going to take my kid? How is that legal? I just don't understand it, guys. And so, what can we do? What can we do to make the world aware of what CPS is really like? Because everybody I've talked to that doesn't know about CPS, the first thing out of their mouth is, oh, they protect children. But do they really protect children? Because my understanding is the children that end up dying, CPS was supposedly involved, And yet they didn't take the kids away from that family, yet they knew that they were being abused. Now, when I looked at my cases, my case file, when I received it from the state of Maine, they crossed out, of course, all the caseworkers' names. But you know, in my case file, it says suspected abuse in the foster care. They didn't remove me from foster care, but yet they suspected abuse? Come on, seriously. Oh, I know. They pit. That's why I tell you guys, don't call CPS when you have an ex or aunt or an uncle or grandparents that are mad at you. Learn to conflict management nowadays, guys, because the thing is, don't get CPS involved. You'll never get them out of your lives, okay? The thing is, they will pit family members against family members. We need to stand together and stand strong and stop letting this bull crap CPS workers do that. And they love to do that. They love to pit parent against parent, grandparents against parents. If you don't say this, we're going to... they lie to children. I've known of guardian litems to come in and tell the children, you say this on the stand and we'll let you go live with your mommy tomorrow. They'll lie to them just to get them to get on the stand and lie. We've got it recorded of them doing that, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They are so corrupt, they get away with it. Hey, Adam. They get, it's all, they don't care about the child. They only care about the money. Exactly. And the thing is, those who do have a heart, those who do help families, who believe in reunification of families and helping families, are the ones that they'll fire. Those are the ones that say, we don't need your services anymore, like them taking my parent aid contract. They took my daughter's parent aid contract, all because she was associated with me. She didn't do anything wrong, all because she was associated with me and I helped her get the contract. I didn't even work cases for her. All I did was transport, and she offered to fire me on transporting. And it wasn't good enough. So they won't use people that actually help families. And these families are begging to have her as a parent aid company. And they're like, oh no, we just don't want to use her anymore. We have the right and the options not to use her. That's how ridiculous this is, guys. That they can pick and choose who they want to use. There is absolutely, my lawyer who was looking into this to file a complaint against Mayor Chumba, who is in financial over the state of Missouri, Jackson County, who pays all the contractors on the invoices and stuff. How do we file a complaint against him for slander? And there is absolutely no way of filing a complaint against CPS except filing a complaint with CPS. In other words, there's nobody above them. We contacted the Attorney General's office and he said, we represent them, therefore it's a conflict of interest. There's nothing that we can do. We're sorry. We contacted the mayor's office. We contacted the senator's office. Same thing. We are affiliated with them, therefore it's a conflict of interest. Seriously, it's unbelievable. Okay? There is no accountability for CPS. They have nobody they answer to. The state, they answer to nobody. That's why they go around saying they're untouchable. I've had guardian litems. I've had people tell me that, scream at me when I'm telling them that they're wrong, say, well, we're untouchable. There's nothing you can do. And cussing me out. There's nothing you can do. And they're right. There's nothing we can do right now. But I'm saying we need to rise up and start saying enough is enough. It's just wickedness. The things that these people I don't have Wi-Fi, Adam. I don't know that it will let you come on. And I don't a budsman is supposed to be. There is no checks and balances for CPS. There's nobody they answer to. They are, I mean, I've contacted the FBI several times asking that they be investigated. I think all over the country, everybody needs to start filing complaints with the FBI. Everybody, every parent, every grandparent that's ever had a problem with CPS, everybody flood them with complaints. flood them, demand that they be investigated, demand that they be shut down and not being allowed to take any more children, and return the children that deserve to be returned. Now, I am not foolish to know that there are some children that need to be in protective custody. I'm not that foolish to believe that every child that is taken from a parent is necessary. I'm not that foolish, okay? But you need to you need to let people know that we have complaints, okay? Um, the thing is, guys, what is it going to take to make this viral, make this aware, and have parents who are scared of CPS to finally have the courage to rise up and tell their stories? Because we need to somehow, some way, keep CPS from retaliating to where they're not allowed to. This blackmail that they love to do and this bullying that they like to do, how are we going to stop that? Unless we stand up against them and say, you're not going to do that. You're not taking my kid. I will protect my kid. If I have to keep them home and homeschool them and protect them. We are getting to the point where we're going to have to protect our kids. Yes, we're in America, and I hope Trump can help us with this. But, you know, the Family Act that Clinton put in effect in 1996 has really given CPS the power to do whatever they want. Literally, he's handed them our children. And what are we going to do to change that? We need to abolish it. Completely, utterly abolish it. But, you know, if Trump abolished it, then everybody be up in arms that how dare you undo something that one of our past presidents have done. That Family Act was a joke. It literally gave CPS unlimited power. And that wasn't from Trump. That was from Clinton. And so we need to request that it be abolished. Every child needs to be protected. Who does, let me see this question here. Who does the investigation on CPS? Nobody does. My understanding is they don't have any accountability to the state whatsoever, because the state, when you call the state to complain against them like I did, I called the Attorney General's office, the Senator's office. They sent me letters back saying that we represent them. Therefore, they're a conflict of interest and we can't take complaints. We can't look into complaints. So that's a conflict of interest. Really? They're fraudulent, and you're part of that? So you're telling me the Attorney General's office is okay with fraudulent behavior with CPS? Absolutely. Because they said, well, we represent them, therefore it's a conflict of interest. In other words, they're okay with them being fraudulent. So, and the reason they don't want to have kinship is because if they turn the children over to kinship, then they don't have to pay kinship for the care of the child, and therefore they lose money if they're not placed in foster care. That's why I tell grandparents, go get your foster care licensing immediately. Do it immediately, but don't go through CPS. You go through a private contractor like, here in the state of Missouri, there's, that's not CPS. You've got CPS, foster care, and then you have contractors like Great Circle that does Adopt Connect. You have the Baptist Children's Home Foster Care System. You don't want to go with CPS foster care. Okay, you don't want to go with them. You want to go with a private organization because everything's a contract, guys. Our children are contracts. The second you sign that safety plan, your child then becomes a contract. A legal contract. That's why I don't like signing safety plans. And I don't recommend it. Now, do the services, but say, I don't need to sign a safety plan. I will agree to the services, but I do not have to sign a safety plan. You cannot force me to sign a safety plan. And if they try to tell you, well, then you won't see your kids if you don't sign this, that's blackmail. And you need to record it and let the world see exactly what they're doing. They're bullying our parents. They're blackmailing our parents. They are kidnapping our children from the schools. You make sure you go to the school and let them know that if my children are taken from this facility without my permission, and if they come here to talk to my child without my presence, I'm coming after you personally. And I've gone to the principal of our school and let him know. If anybody comes to my children's school to come and take my kids from the school, you know what? I know where the principal lives. He'll be the first person that I get. And then I'll be going after everybody else involved if they were to come after my children. That's what I'm saying, people. Why are we letting them do it? I don't understand it. That's the one part I don't understand. Now, some of these parents that are drug addicts and stuff, I'm relieved that they go in and take the kids. But the thing is, why aren't they giving them to the grandparents? Why aren't they giving them to kinship? We all know why they're not doing that. It's all because of money. So if you're a grandparent or you're an aunt and uncle and you know somebody that's struggling with addiction, go get a guardianship paper written up and ask them, say, look, I want you to go get help. We need to start helping our family members that are struggling with addiction. We need to start taking control and start saying, look, this is what I see. You don't want your kids going into CPS. Let me take your kids for a while. Give me guardianship. Go get your life together. Do what you can for your kids. Go get your life together. Go to rehab. Let me take care of your kids. That way, they don't have to go into CPS. We need to start stepping up and helping our family members who are suffering from addiction. Instead of calling CPS on them, go to them and say, look, let me take guardianship, because this is what happens when CPS steps in. Okay? And we don't want kiddos to go to CPS. Okay? We really don't. Okay? Why should they make money off of your kids? Okay? That's my thing. And I am so tired of watching these children struggle in these foster homes and then get medicated because of their struggles. I grew up in foster care, guys. If you haven't watched my videos of my life growing up in foster care, you don't want your kids in foster care. And I'm not saying every foster home is a bad home. I'm not saying that. But I never had not one home, foster home, where I had a parent that loved me, cared about me. Not one. No, I had a group home, Habsaba House in Warsaw, Indiana, that did help me. They were the only ones that ever helped me. Okay? Okay? You don't want these kids in foster care. You don't want these kids in juvie. You don't want these kids going to group homes. Okay? Exactly. We need to avoid CPS at all costs. We really do. And if you know a family, I've even offered families that I know that are struggling, and I say, look, let me take your baby for a while before CPS gets involved. Let me take your baby for a while. Get your life together. Okay? Thank you, Linda, for watching. Please share them. We need to make this viral. I'm nobody, okay? I'm not famous. I'm nobody, okay? Except a child of God. That's who I am. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a Christian. My name is Lucinda Pennington. I'm an author. And I'm a fighter. I'm nobody. I'm just one person, okay? I'm not famous. Nobody listens to me. It's not like I can go on TV and everybody's like, oh, we know you. Okay? Nobody's going to listen to me. But I want people to know the truth. And if it means every day getting on here and sharing the truth, I will share the truth until I die. And I'm going to beg people to let other people know what's going on. Okay? I've got parents who are terrified of CPS. Literally terrified. And all I can do is encourage them and hug them and say, let me fight for you. Let me try to fight for you. And that's all I can do. But you know, it's so hard to fight. I'm not a lawyer. And, you know, I can't afford to go back to school. I want to fight. But I can't afford to fight for everybody. So I take one person at a time. And I pray for everybody that reaches out to me. And I try to give good advice. And I try to help you and encourage you. I try to let you know what your rights are. But the thing is, they don't care about your rights. They walk all over our rights. They threaten, they bully. Okay? Joyce, thank you. I love you too. Thing is, people, it took one person to get prayers out of school. One person. There weren't protests. There weren't big old parades or anything like that trying to get prayer out of school. It took one woman, okay, a very hateful, mean woman, to get prayers out of schools, okay? Like I said, maybe I can make a difference. I don't know. But I'm hoping, if I can just share, I'm hoping that I can give somebody hope and somebody encouragement and a shoulder to cry on if need be. But the thing is, guys, we need to come together. We can all come together. We can all work hard. Make it. Shout it from the mountaintops. CPS, you no longer are allowed to have power over us. We need to shut them down. We need to come up with checks and balances. I'm not saying that we can't protect our children, but it's time that we protect our children. We need to rise up and protect other people's children as well. They're coming in and these people don't know what to do. And they're trying to cut me off, guys. This is the third time I keep getting a little blank. I think they're trying to cut my video off. So, I've lost several people here. The thing is, guys, I gotta get ready to go to the airport. Can't wait to get home to my babies, my husband. I love my family, okay? I really do. I love my family. Ultimately, my family comes first, but I'm here to help people. Instant message me if you need help. If you want to help me with Overcomers Counseling and want to join my team, and like I said, the Maine, my 501(c)(3) is here in Missouri, but I want us to have a team in every single state. So just because you don't live here in Missouri and you want to be a part of my team, be a volunteer to make this viral. I need your help. I can't do this alone. I literally cannot do this alone, okay? I'm not strong enough to do this alone. I've been alone my whole life. Now I'm asking for help. Not for myself, okay? I'm asking for these kids who don't have a voice, who are stuck in a system begging to be with their parents, okay? I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking for them. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this. We have to fight. We gotta come together for these kids, okay? These kids that are struggling, crying out for help. Who's gonna help me, okay? Instant message me. Let's start this. Make it viral. Make it go wild. Talk to everybody and everybody that we can. Start passing out flyers. Start joining a team. Start raising funds to help these parents fight back. Start making it viral. You see a CPS worker, start recording. I don't know what we have to do, but we have to start doing something, guys. We can't just be on here talking about it. We gotta start doing something about it, okay? So if you want to join this team, Overcomers Counseling, instant message me, and let's start making a log of who's where we're located, and we're gonna start having meetings. I'm going to start having meetings, and we can do this viral, and then we're going to come together, and we're going to start. And if we have to start tag teaming and Facebooking and being kicked out of groups on Facebook, that's okay, we'll tag team. We need to make it viral. You know, President Trump became President Trump because of social media? Why can't we make the world aware of this corruption through social media? We can't do it alone, okay? I'm not famous. It's not like I can, we need to find famous people that will have a voice for us too. I don't know anybody famous, okay? I'm sure there's people out there that do, but we need to also support each other, not judge each other, okay? This isn't about how we believe in politics. This isn't how we believe in religion. This is all about the children. And if you want to fight for the children, you can be on my team, okay? This isn't about how I believe or how I live or what I do. Okay? This is about the kids. These are about the kids that don't have a voice, that are stuck in a system begging for help. And nobody's listening. Okay? And the families are begging for help. Okay? We need to protect these kids because they don't have a voice. Okay, guys? I gotta get ready to go. Okay? But please, if you can help me, If you can help me start fundraising in every single state to start taking these CPS workers down. They've got tons of money, guys. When I had a case where the judge actually fired them off a case, they came back with 5 lawyers and told the judge that she did not have the authority to fire them off that case because the case was a contract. Plain and simple. She didn't have the authority to tell them that they couldn't do what they were doing. And they lied on the stand. If it was truly a true court of law, why wasn't that supervisor put in jail for perjury and forgery? Because it's not an actual court of law. They got legal people behind them, but just because they have a legal status doesn't make it right. We need to start, they're arresting people for child trafficking. We need to start arresting these attorney general's offices that won't stand up against CPS for doing the same thing. We need to start demanding that they start investigating these CPS workers. Start demanding that they be accountable for what they're doing. Okay? Now, I really need to get ready to get gone and pack up this stuff. But pray for me, guys. I'm going to be going on an airplane. I don't like going on an airplane. But we need to pray for our children. Not just our own children, but the children that have no voice. The children that are struggling and suffering and going to end up right back on the streets, right back in the system. They really love to do if you have kids if you grew up in the system and then you have kids, they want to show up at your doorstep and say, oh yeah, well, you were in the system, we're concerned that, you need parenting classes and stuff like that. Really? You were in the system. You should have already prepared these kids to be parents. See what I'm saying? It's a vicious cycle. They keep these kids that were in the system, their kids in the system, and they keep on, and they keep on, and they keep on, and they keep on. And we need to say enough is enough. Let's stop this, okay? Let's come together. Let's make it viral. Let's tell people, share my videos, save my videos, because they're deleting some of my videos, guys. They are trying to delete. They're trying to get me kicked off of Facebook. They'll probably put me on Facebook jail again. But we'll tag team. When I'm on Facebook jail, whoever's on my team will start in the videos. Okay? Let's tag team. Let's not let them shut me up. Let's not shut up. Okay? Let's tag team. Let's say absolutely not anymore. You don't get to shut us up. Okay? Not anymore. Okay? Like I said, this isn't about how we believe politically. This isn't how we believe religiously. This is about our children, okay? So if we're going to fight about politics, I'm not going to fight with you on politics. I don't care about that, okay? I care about... Oh, that's terrible. Exactly. I've seen it happen over and over again, generation after generation in the welfare system. We need to make it stop. I hope so. We need to team up, guys. We need to team up, okay? We really do. We need to start making our voices heard. We need to be shouting it every single day. Everybody start telling your stories. Start sharing videos. You don't have to share your own videos. Start showing everybody else's videos. Start sending videos to news stations telling your story. I've sent mine and not one response. But you know what? If we get 100 people start sharing, and they may start listening, okay? And that's what I'm saying. They people that I tell, they were like, no, CPS isn't that way. They wouldn't get away with it. Oh, they do. The problem is nobody wants to believe it. And we need to let them know it is true. They are getting away with this. Start videotaping every time that they walk up to you, and start videotaping them bullying parents and demanding and blackmailing parents, by the way, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, and start demanding and start filing charges against them. So, God bless you guys. I got to get ready to go to the airport. Pray for our children. I pray for all those who watch my videos and those who don't watch my videos. I pray for everybody. I pray for anybody. Okay? I have a good heart. I love everybody. And God is good. I won't apologize for my belief in God, but He gives me the strength to continue. Okay? I want to hear your story, Joyce. I know I'm a nobody, but I want to hear it. Okay? I do believe. Anybody tells me, I believe. Okay? Absolutely believe. Oh, I know they laugh about it. They brag about it. They high five. I've seen them in court high five about it. Absolutely, I've seen it. I'm disgusted by it. And why do you think they don't allow cameras anymore in the courtroom? I say we start having our own secret cameras, the little spy cameras, and start actually letting people see this. Okay? But I don't know if that's legal or not. Maybe I'm telling you something you can't do. I don't know. Maybe I need to research it. Alright, guys. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Pray for me as I go on this airplane. And God bless you guys. I can't wait to get home. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Alright, God bless. Bye.